What's up everyone? Welcome to Crypto Maximalist. Today we're going to be taking a look at Hedera Hashgraph and its recent price action, along with some talk about news and fundamentals and with the price prediction for the short and the long term as well. Before we begin, we'd just like to say thank you so much to everyone for their continued support, the likes and subscribers, Patreon and YouTube members, and all your amazing comments and sharing. We appreciate you all so much at the channel and we've been growing incredibly fast recently, so thank you to all of you. Our community has been growing amazingly well recently. It's all down to you guys, so thank you so much. If you want to support the channel, please like and subscribe so you don't miss any videos, and turn on bell notifications as well. We're posting 4 videos per day, so come back every day for daily updates and analysis. In any instance, you can sign up to our free Telegram via the description as well. This is not financial advice. Welcome to Crypto Maximalist. Let's begin. So as we can see, if you've been in the cryptocurrency space for the past week and the past day specifically, there has been a large sell-off in the market again, largely due to lots of what seems to be market manipulation and coordinated FUD hitting the market in the past week or so. We've seen so many different articles coming out. Basically, it seems as though they're trying to manipulate the market downwards. We've seen the Tesla FUD. We've basically seen FUD regarding to Tether and its potentially its reserves not being backed by actual USD one-to-one. We've also seen the China FUD making a resurgence, which seems to come around every month or so, basically saying that they're banning cryptocurrency in China yet again, which is something which has actually been happening for around 7 or 8 years now. And the story just seems to keep coming back round and round at times where the market is looking weaker. And it seems as though this does seem to happen to force the price to go down. We're also seeing more India FUD. They're also banning cryptocurrency for what seems like the 10th time this year. So as we can see, when you start to look at the facts and looking at the recent news history, at least for stories and articles surrounding cryptocurrency in general, it doesn't seem to be a coincidence in our opinion. And it does seem as though there is a coordinated effort to essentially suppress the price of cryptocurrency and shake out all the weak hands and retail investors. It does seem as though whales are also trying to exacerbate this effect. When we take a look at the analysis of the money that's flowing in and out of the cryptocurrency market right now, it seems as though the newer retail money is selling and capitulating, whereas the larger whales and institutions are buying and accumulating at these lower levels, basically trying to get better entry points on most people, and essentially trying to take advantage of retail investors. So we would advise you at these times of volatility to really do your own research, not financial advice of course, but take a look at what you're holding, know the value of what you hold, and the potential that it has. The adoption and the real world use case is always very important as well. And basically don't panic, because before you know it, these prices will most likely bounce to the upside and you'll end up basically selling the bottom and then buying the top, which is something that obviously is very, very bad practice. And we would basically say, not financial advice, but it's really good practice to essentially, you want to be buying low and selling high rather than doing the opposite. And obviously it's difficult to do that when there's emotions involved, because obviously when you see the price going down and down and down, the gut reaction is to cut your losses and sell. But quite often the second that you do that, the price will bounce and then you'll just end up buying back in at a higher price. So it's important to remember, in the cryptocurrency market, there will be a lot of volatility. And it's also very important to remember that you don't want to be falling victim to your emotions, and use logic and reason, most likely when you're investing. Buying and holding long term seems to be the best strategy in terms of making money in the cryptocurrency space. So not financial advice, but remember, don't get shaken out by this market volatility, because that's most likely exactly what these institutions want. They're trying to essentially shake people out of their positions before they go even higher, so they can get better entry points on you. So if we take a look at Hedera, we can see that it actually had a really, really decent pump off the back of Tesla, essentially saying that they wouldn't be taking Bitcoin anymore due to its environmental concerns. And because of Hedera being extremely eco-friendly, it did have a massive pump and break out of the channel that we've been highlighting for some time here. But as we can see, Hedera did have quite a large sell-off after that, probably due to the general negative sentiment in the market. It came back and was trading, basically bouncing in and around the channel that we outlined, as we can see here. But then since then, it has actually had a sell-off, as we can see, due to the market-wide correction that we've been seeing in basically the past day or so. But it does seem as though it's found very strong support here, as we can see. we've got 5 touching points, 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5 on this macro trend line that we've been seeing here. And it does seem as though the trend may be reversing for Hedera now. As we can see, we've actually not seen any further downwards price action as of yet inside of this channel, further to the downside, and it does seem as though we're now bouncing off of this macro trend line, which we think is very, very positive for Hedera. We're currently trading right on the cusp of it, as we can see here. But we do think that it's definitely possible that Hedera could be finding good support on this macro trend line. And it's important to remember that the downside action, especially when we're in a bear market, is not going to last forever. And it does seem as though we could basically be coming up and potentially creating a new channel to the upside that's moving, as we can see here. So if we just delete this previous channel and take a look at what we could be looking at here for Hedera, it does seem as though we're finding support on this macro trend line that we've outlined. We've not yet wicked down and retested this previous bottom that we saw here. And it does seem as though we're making higher lows. So this could be an indication that we are actually going to see some further upside for Hedera. We would like to see it bounce from here, obviously, and maybe come back at least to the middle of this channel, maybe to around the 30 to 35 cent range here, and then trade sideways for a bit. Obviously, it remains to be seen what the rest of the market could do. And we could potentially see lower price action for Bitcoin, which would lead the market down again. But we are very bullish on Hedera Hashgraph. We do strongly believe that it's a cryptocurrency that is going to perform very, very well in the rest of this year. And we do really think that it is one of the cryptos which is getting a huge amount of use. And this tends to be one of the things which will protect it more from these kinds of downside, this downside volatility that we've been seeing. And as we can see, in comparison to most cryptos, it hasn't actually dumped that much. As we can see, we did a video for VeChain earlier today, or it will be coming out at least today. And I have seen lower lows for VeChain as it continues to trend downwards with the market, but it seems as though Hedera has actually performed quite well and not sold off as much as many people might seem to think it has. Obviously, they're looking at this and thinking there's going to be a nice breakout to the upside, but we've actually come back down and retested the low of this potential channel that we're now highlighting. But we would like to reiterate again that the fundamentals for Hedera are very, very good. It's getting a huge amount of use and adoption. And regardless of the short-term price action and fluctuations, it's important to remember that we have probably seen well over a 10x still, as we can see from the start of the year. If we look here, Hedera was trading at around 3 cents at the start of the year. So we are actually up still around an 8 or 9x, which is still an amazing return. And when you look at this chart, you can quite clearly see that Hedera is actually still performing and maintaining its value very, very well. So we would consider that this would be a new channel to highlight for Hedera from now. It does seem as though this descending channel that we've been outlining has been invalidated now. And considering how strongly that Hedera has performed in their recent correction, we probably will be seeing upwards price action for Hedera in the near future, especially if there's more bullish sentiment for it. Altcoin season does seem to be around the corner still. Despite the recent correction in the market, we still believe that altcoin season is fast approaching. And Hedera is a project with huge fundamentals that is probably going to see a really good amount of adoption. So short-term price target for Hedera, we would like to see it coming up, essentially back into this channel, into the 35 to 40 cent range. But depending on how the market bounces back from here, which we do believe that it will, we could be seeing it, seeing Hedera testing these all-time highs again of around 45 cents in the next few months. And then beyond that, we still believe that Hedera is severely undervalued considering the adoption that it's getting by loads of top institutions. So it seems as though a $5 to $10 Hedera could be possible by the end of the year once the parabola hits. So that's our price prediction for Hedera today, guys. We'd like to thank everyone for watching. If you have any comments, questions, or suggestions, please let us know down in the comment section below. Also, make sure to hit the like button as it helps the channel out so much. So if you're a fan of the channel, please hit the like button now. Currently, only 10% of our viewers are subbed, and we'd love to see our community continue to grow more. So please hit the big red subscribe button as well. If you'd like to support the channel more directly, please sign up to our Patreon via the link in the description below, or sign up to YouTube membership by hitting the join button right next to the sub below this video, where you can get access to our private Discord. We're going to be offering a host of additional benefits, including coin calls, and the higher tiers gain one-to-one access to us personally, as well as a look at our personal portfolio, our daily research of cryptos with massive potential, and not to mention a 100x portfolio that we're currently constructing. So please take advantage of that there. Don't forget to get 2 free stocks with Webull, by signing up and then depositing $100 using our link in the description below. You can quite literally deposit the $100 and get your 2 free stocks and then withdraw the money, so there's no reason not to do that, and they could be valued all the way up to $1,600 each. You can also sign up to our free Telegram via the description as well. All the links are in the description for affiliate links for discounts and free crypto. Please like and subscribe. We are Crypto Maximalists.